السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا وارض عنا وتقبل منا وادخلنا الجنة ونجنا من النار وأصلح لنا شأننا كله. Today inshallah we'll recite the hadith number 2228 in Mishkat Sharif, and this hadith is also being narrated by Abu Hurairah radhiyallahu ta'ala anhu. وعن أبو هريرة رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يستجاب للعبد ما لم يدعو باسم أو قطعة رحيم ما لم يستعجل. قيل يا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ما الاستجال؟ قال يقول قد دعوت وقد دعوت فلم أرى يستجاب لي فسيستحسر عند ذلك ويدعو الدعاء. رواه Muslim. Abu Hurairah reported that Rasulullah has says that as long as an abd, a person who is not making the dua for either a sin or to cut the relationship, qata rahmi, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep accepting all his duas. So the two factors that is mentioned here in this hadith is that you should never make any dua in terms of qata rahmi, that you want to sever the relationship with others, or of any sin. You are asking for something which is disobedience to Allah to allow it to happen. These are the very, very important aspect that you need to realize. Other than that, if you make dua, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep on accepting the dua. And then the Sahaba ask that Rasulullah, what is this haste or something that you want to do it happen quickly? And Rasulullah says that you should not be doing in your dua that why your dua is not accepting, so you quit making dua. So Sahaba asked this question, and Rasulullah explained this question, that what is this haste and what is this thing that people will do in making dua, the mistake that they do. Rasulullah says that the person who is making dua keep on saying that I have made so much dua, I am doing dua day and night, and my duas are not accepting. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not accepting my dua. And when this condition comes, he become disheartened and he just lose hope on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he quit making dua. And this is the time when shaitan attack on a person and make him do what we are worried about, that they start doing the shirk. And it is very common practice that people make dua, and the most common dua is they make for their offspring or an aulad or a child, and they are making dua and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is delaying, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows when to give you the offspring at the right time, or when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decided that it will not going to happen. This is in Allah's hand. Allah is the only one who can give you a child. And people stop doing making dua, and then they go and resort other things which are not appropriate as far as asking for a child. This is one example. The other example is people wants to have good life in this dunya, and they are asking for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give them some fortune, some money. And in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in his all wisdom, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is absolute in the wisdom, is delaying, because Allah knows that if this will give it to this person is gonna be not beneficial, and then the person stop making dua to Allah. And this is the two reasons that Rasulullah has mentioned in this dua, in this hadith, that number one, you never ever make any dua for cutting the relationships with your blood relative. Never ever make any dua for any sinning, that disobedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And other than that, keep making dua, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is accepting your dua. And there is another hadith in which is mentioned that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kept your duas and Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala will gonna give you the reward on the day of judgment, and you will say that none of my du'as will be accepted in the dunya, because the reward is such that you will just amazed by that reward on the day of judgment. So Rasulullah is saying that never ever lose hope on Allah, and never ever quit making dua, which is the true dua to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for the benefit of you here and hereafter. So very important hadith, and very important hadith in the reasoning why the shaitan will attack on someone, because that person will quit making dua, lose hope on Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, and then shaitan will push them to resort to the other means which is not appropriate in the Sharia of Muhammadur Rasulullah to ask for things. So only way we know that the sajda is for Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the qurbani is for Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, and dua is for Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. So only you can make dua from only Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. So we realize this, we should follow this, that we should never ever quit making dua to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala in any aspect of our life. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.